Jones tries to feel the hole, and Brad, it's very tight right there. Brad coming down the 20, trying to get in that position, and it took all the air off the right side of that 20 car. Eric Jones getting a little bit loose there underneath the tube.
The passenger side contact for that tube getting up under the tires.
I actually think those tires were very well placed. That wall is kind of an opposite angle. So while it looks very dangerous up on its side like that, I think that protected Brad from hitting kind of a negative angle against a very solid wall. This is another view. Look at the 20 with a huge impact, and then the 2 slides across the left side right here. And as I mentioned, those tire barriers, Jeff, why, they look vicious. I think they have to be softer than the concrete wall behind them.
Yeah, normally tires, there's a problem with tires, but in this case, I mean, yes, it put the car on its side, but look how fast they're still going. This impact right here, you would think would have slowed the car down more, but as he turns and goes across the racetrack, it is rolling. I mean, still flying, hits that wall. It absorbed a ton of impact. Yeah, we talked about a huge hit. Yeah, we talked about the 2 car, but also the fuel cell and safety in the back of that 20 car. To keep that car from catching fire, pretty amazing.
Oh, no brakes.
Not a fan of this, Rick. I've seen this before. Jeff Gordon and I were here. We had a brake failure. He took that same left-hand turn. Dale, you have to assume, seeing the 43 down in the left in the grass, he's trying to do anything to slow that car down, and what a heavy, heavy impact into that safer barrier.
Yeah, that is the most frighteningest feeling that a driver can have when you have no control, either no brakes or no control of your car, and such a long distance to travel before contact with anything. It's just really frightening. He's sitting here knowing that he's going to not be able to avoid hitting the wall and doing everything he can to figure out a way to knock as much speed out of the car as he can and take the longest route possible to that inevitable
sound, and they have repaired it with big
one. Oh my goodness. The 25 hit hard. That's Chris Cockrum.
Gosh, that's a hard hit.
Scary, scary moment coming off of turn 2.
The 0 turns right into the 25. Joey Gates is just an innocent bystander here.
Oh, he just barely clipped that wall that jets out there, and that sent that car spinning like a top. Look at all the debris scattering. Smithley was just trying to help, and I think it pushed the 25 out a little bit, and when he tried to tuck back in line, it spun him around.
That's something as a driver you really got to be careful of. Coming off the corners here where the banking falls away, the back of these cars get really, really light. So if sometimes you don't even have to touch the driver in front of you, but if there's any contact at all, you're going to see a result like we just saw.
Such a tough break for Joey Gase. Remember last?
Take a look at it. Again, it's just about the same type of crash. He goes over once, 1.5 times, and then rolls back on the hood.
Looked like he was going to roll on the wheels, and all of a sudden, whoa, he's going to go down top.
Let me see you wobble.